Today we are traveling to a destination we have never been to in Mexico, but the destination isn't so important today. It's more of the reason why. Tell the people why we're going to this undisclosed location.
We are going to find our long-lost friend, Ingrid.
The airport of Mexico City this morning was closed, completely shut down, and I think last night as well because of fog.
Yeah.
So our flight's been delayed. Our second flight we changed, or it got changed.
It's been a really big adventure, and it's only like 9 o'clock in the morning, so I can't wait to see what the adventure to Ingrid holds. It's not only across country, but there seems to be a bit of an airplane problem.
It's only fitting that we have a crazy travel day to get to Ingrid, because the first time we ever met Ingrid, before we knew Ingrid, it was a crazy travel day to get to her, and she probably has the craziest Mexico story that we've ever heard of. I don't think we've told it, so let's tell you. Hemos llegado al peor aeropuerto de México.
Sí. We met Ingrid deep in the Copper Canyons. Greg had signed up for the race. The race
race with
the
crazy race
with the Tarahumara. That's what I was preparing to say. A race. We met Ingrid there. Ingrid is an avid trail runner. She wins races in California. She is
all over the world, really. She's a
professional trail runner, and we quickly became really close friends. She became a mentor for Greg. We knew her for, I guess, about 5 days leading up to the race. Her tips and tricks and snacks and hydration and tools for running that 50 miles was going to come in so handy and helpful for Greg, and to me she was just fun and easygoing, and I could tell at first meeting Ingrid that we were truly going to be friends for life. And come race day, everything in a matter of a second was just taken away, and Ingrid had to be rushed out of the canyons.
The last time I saw Ingrid was actually during the race. So we started off running together, and like Hillary said, she is a beast of a runner. But it's a long race, so she was starting slow with me to give me a little help, a little encouragement. It was really so busy and so packed at the beginning. And we were running together. There was like a little hill, a little ditch or ravine, if you will, and it was kind of muddy. Ingrid slipped and fell backwards, and I think she kind of she fell like on her wrist or on her forearm. She hurt her wrist bad, and she knew it was bad. Ingrid's tough, she's extremely tough, and if she's hurt, she's hurt. So, but I mean, we're in the middle of the Copper Canyons, a canyon that's bigger than a Grand Canyon. In the middle of this race, we have no idea what to do, so we keep chugging along, we keep running. We eventually find the Red Cross, and that's where I leave her. I text Hillary, was luckily able to get a signal and tell her like, hey, Ingrid's hurt, I don't know what's happening, or like, I don't know what they're gonna do. And then, I don't know, I keep running. I sound like a bad friend telling this story. I keep running, but that's the last time I saw her.
Yeah, so then, I don't know, I get a text from Greg that said Ingrid fell and got hurt. I got her, I saw her with the Red Cross. We had to run a few miles after she fell. I'm not sure that she's okay. And so I am right there in the heart of town. And maybe an hour later, this was a 16-hour race for Greg, so it was several hours, it was all day, but I think maybe an hour later, an ambulance comes into town, and I can immediately see Ingrid getting off the ambulance.
How many people were in the ambulance?
The ambulance was packed with people. I mean, standing room only. It was a little bit chaotic, and I think like there were some older ladies that were doing the race, and I think by this time it was really hot, so I think some people had maybe gotten sick, dehydration, like not proper food. Ingrid was in this ambulance, and again, it took us 2 days to get into Borique. So we're in the middle, the most remote place we've ever been. So Ingrid gets off the ambulance, she's sort of holding her arm, she's all muddy and her arm hurts and she's visibly upset and it is complete and utter chaos. We head to the hospital there in Orique, which again is very, very small. It's a tiny pueblito, so you can imagine the hospital there, and they tell her the worst possible news. Her arm is broken and she is going to need surgery. So we figure out how to get her arm stabilized. She can't move her arm. She doesn't know Spanish, and as you guys know, speaking Spanish is not something that comes easy for me, but this was great practice because Ingrid needed me, and without hesitation in my broken Spanish, I was trying to help translate what are our options at this point. There was an option, a potential option for her to be airlifted, but there was only one seat on the airplane, and Ingrid did not feel comfortable.
And her. 2 seats total, the pilot and her.
Yeah, and they were going to airlift her to Chihuahua, I believe, where she could then either have surgery there or fly back to the United States. We were trying to figure out with her insurance how things were going to work. Ingrid was calm, cool, and so collected. I feel like I was the one freaking out, but I think I'm going to get deep for a second. I think when you're in times of trauma, or like, I feel like Ingrid and I and Greg too are really like connected on a different level. Yeah. It's like if you had friends as soulmates, I feel like that's Ingrid, and we will forever be connected because I feel like somewhat of a traumatic experience sort of like bonded us for life.
Definitely.
And anyways, Ingrid is in Mexico for the first time since this happened. She ended up taking someone from town, like the mayor's family, ended up driving her from Orique all the way to Chihuahua, which was several hours, where then she flew back to California, and about 48 hours after the accident was able to have surgery on her wrist. She has since recovered. This was obviously, I guess, more than 2 years ago at this point. And she ventured back to Mexico, which I don't know that I would have done. But she's in Mexico, she's across the country, but we've never been closer, and we are so, so excited to see her.
Wow, they have a lot. Someone's cooler out here.
Krispy Kreme is crazy popular in Mexico, at least in Mexico City. I feel like people either have big boxes of pan dulce from Ideal or a huge box from Krispy Kreme. Fun fact about Mexico. But mis amigos mexicanos, you don't even know the real Krispy Kreme, because here in Mexico I've never seen the Krispy Kremes where they're making them fresh and they have the light on and that means they're fresh.
Yeah, and they usually give you one for free in this, like, we used to live by one in Dallas, so when you went in and you used to buy one, they would also pull one off the conveyor belt.
Right. They might do that here. There's no conveyor belt here, but point is, you're missing out. If you like Krispy Kreme, just imagine trying them piping hot, fresh. We have landed in Cancun. Now we just have to either get...
Bus, though.
Yeah, we missed our bus, so we're either gonna wait for another bus in 2 hours, or maybe walk or run.
We should run.
To where?
Tulum.
Tulum, baby. O sea, vamos a Tulum,
O sea.
Got our snacks.
You mean our stacks?
We did not plan that. Got the cheapest ones available. These were cheaper because they were Mexican, and the Pringles were imported and were like 3 times more expensive.
Like 200 pesos.
We are waiting for our bus that leaves. How long?
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half. So we're gonna eat our chips. First, I have a little pet peeve of mine, something that's just, it's bugging me about Mexico that you need to know. Amigos that are living in Mexico, or maybe keeping up with Mexico times, you know, Mexico is slowly changing the look of the currency, and it makes no sense to me at all. And I'm listen, this is just a dumb gringo rant. I'm sure the person.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. I'm a little cranky, but I think you'll agree with me here. I'm sure there's a good reason for changing it. This is the old 100.
Wait, let us see the old one, sorry.
This is the old 100.
Okay, all right.
The old 50.
Okay.
I don't know what else. I don't know what money I've got here. I don't have all the bills to give you a good example of what all these would look like, but the old 20 peso bill was blue. Now it's not the largest bill, but the largest, most commonly circulated bill, the 500, looks just like the freaking 20, which is a bad mistake. Could be a bad mistake. The 100 looks like the 50.
Hold up the 100 and the 50.
100.
How much money you got in there?
I mean, they're not that similar.
They're the
but,
same pink color.
And I know in the States, like, all of our bills look pretty much the same, but I'm used to the bills in Mexico all being like, I can just kind of glance at my wallet and get a good check. And I just got another one. I got like this new 20, the new 20 and the new 100
Oh yeah.
look very similar.
You're
Different
right.
size. This is just a super random rant, and actually the artwork and everything was cool, so I'm not trying to complain about that. It's just gonna take some getting used to, but it is odd, right? Right?
I think so. I also think our bus is about to leave us here.
Also, there's a new to me, a 20 peso coin
Oh.
that is pretty similar to the 10. It's just a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier, but you don't want to mistake that for a 10. I feel like I probably lost a lot of money already making these
We
mistakes.
need to get him some chips quickly because he's a little cranky.
Is Ingrid worth this much effort?
Yeah.
I don't know, Ingrid. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Yeah.
We left our apartment at 8. It is now 11,
And the air conditioner won't turn on.
but we have made it.
We made it.